What's going on, Chill Army?
So, underage dating.
That is a crazy way to start off.
I know.
Hold on, I wasn't filled in on this. What?
Yes. Underage dating.
Yeah.
Underage
Can I
dating.
get context, please?
Context is Josh Giddey.
Oh, okay. Now I see why. Go on.
Yeah. All right. So, if most people should be familiar with Josh Giddey, if you watch a lot of basketball, he's an NBA player for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and last year he was caught for dating an underage girl because there was like pictures that resurfaced and stuff like that. So Josh Giddey, an Oklahoma City Thunder guard, was recently involved in a controversy regarding an alleged relationship with a minor. The allegations against Giddey first emerged in November on social media with images and videos of him with a young woman going viral. It was claimed that the woman lied about her age to gain access to a nightclub where she met him. The NBA and News Beach Report department both conducted an investigation into these allegations. So, you already know how I feel about lying and stuff like that on your age and stuff like that. Like, I don't know.
Seems like a publicity stunt.
Yeah, a lot of times. Because, mind you, this it looks like this happened in 2021. Right. And it didn't gain relevancy until 2023. So, why now?
Yeah.
So, it says the Newport Beach Police Department concluded the investigation and determined that Giddey would not face any criminal charges. This was a decision due to the lack of cooperation from the minor and her family.
Wow,
So,
seriously?
Yeah.
So he really just got saved because they just didn't really do
Basically, like the parents weren't gonna cooperate because I feel like they also knew what the daughter
also knew
did.
about it.
Yeah, because
Possibly.
The daughter probably had a history now that I think about it, because like if the parents are really gonna let up that, then like
yeah, because now that you think about it, you're just really big time involved with this.
Yeah.
Deal. So, as well as the inability with the investigators to find any corroborating evidence of criminal activity. So, despite the controversy, Giddey continued to play for the Thunder, although he faced boos and criticism from fans. The NBA had initially put its investigation on hold to allow police investigators to take precedence, but it is understood that the NBA investigation has restarted the following conclusion of the police probe. This situation, however, was complicated by the fact that the girl in question had reportedly lied about her age, leading Giddey to believe that she was over 18. However, it was later revealed that she was only 16 at the time of their encounter. Giddey, who was 19 at the time of the incident, which occurred in 2021, briefly addressed the allegations and they emerged, but has not commented extensively on the matter. So, just that was basically the rundown. But like, what y'all think? Because I'm like, we all know how we are about like the whole underage dating. We've talked about EDP before. We've talked about all those. We've talked about all those people and the things that they go through.
I still cannot believe EDP sent poo pics.
no, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, apparently he sent what was it, like a 15-year-old like poo pictures. I'm not lying. I am not lying.
And he wanted to go off on Jadeon, like Jadeon was
the
guy.
bad person.
Like, what do you do?
You sent poo pics.
Did Jadeon say something about it?
No,
Jadeon like found him like. Wasn't he like in like a supermarket or something like that?
No, so
or...
the
The
supermarket was a random video.
No, that was a random one. It was when he was like
in the cup, dressed as a cupcake.
Yeah,
and then
because he was at his like dialysis center. Or whatever.
But the thing is that I saw a recent clip with that, and it was like an old video that Jadeon reacted to because EDP tried to call him out. It was like, you were trying to come to my facility where I couldn't have a gun, because if I had my gun on me, I would have popped you right then and there. And then Jadeon was like, Jadeon was like, that's why we went there, so you wouldn't have your gun on you. he was like, we were like 10 steps ahead of you this whole time.
Not a gun threat on just.
That's literally a threat. Yeah, that is literally a threat.
That's literally.
EDP has just lost it.
He's dumb, bro.
Really just lost everything.
I thought when he resurfaced, he would kind of like gain some sense. Not gonna lie,
but it just gets worse. It just gets worse.
Like, I don't know, those pictures
in the shadows and went back to the darkness.
Like, those pictures that he has with the like like I don't know if it's like his cousin or his daughter. I don't think
he doesn't have a daughter.
So it's most likely a family child friend or something like that.
Family, yeah.
But like those pictures I seen, that smile he got on his face, holding her close to his face, bro. That gives me some. It's so. I'll find a picture, but it's so weird. So in cases like these, where underage people, because it's not just girls, right? Where underage people lie about their age, I think that a lot of this should face a lot of consequences.
Yeah.
Because you had the ability to ruin this man's entire NBA career.
Yeah, career, even life.
Like, basically.
Yeah.
And now the thing is that this is tainted on him. A lot of people are not going to be like, oh, well.
It's like what we're going to talk about well, for you guys next week, but like in the next episode,
what we're going to talk about.
With a certain YouTuber that I used to like, although they came out with a certain apology, it's like that they're gonna be making like memes about that situation.
Like that stuff is not. Man,
he's not letting that go.
Man,
he's not
big
letting that
and
go.
stinky. You got it all. You're gonna get context, trust, bro. But the thing is that I honestly think she should face like serious repercussions.
No, you should face like.
Because here's my thing. I guess it should have also have been on him to have more due diligence into what he was getting himself into, but at the same time, I thought that was muted. I'm not gonna lie. I thought whatever. At the same time, it's like he's not all at fault in this situation because
really
it's.
That's what I was gonna say because
it would have been bad if he knew.
Like one situation with James Charles one time, didn't they lie one time to get him like guilty with something on Twitter? They lied or something.
They were like trying to like fabricate. They were trying to fabricate like because I remember when that popped off where like he was like caught, like talking supposedly texting like minors, and then it turned out it was all fabricated. They were like trying to like
they were trying to frame him.
Yeah, they were trying to frame him into it. Yeah.
Hence, Inquisitor.
Yeah, like Inquisitor. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Inquisitor, man. Like that situation, it was a blatant lie. They corresponded to try to get him to talk to it. He didn't even show any signs of and there was no indication of like, oh. Yeah, I'm trying to get with you and stuff like that. He said, minors, do not DM me. Do not DM me. And now that has happened, it's like...
And now he's gone. And honestly, I think they should be tried... The people behind it should be tried for murder. Low-key.
No, honestly.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who are we talking about again?
So, this TikToker, Inquisitor Ghost, basically... there's like a whole sting operation on him where they try to like... Where this, like... What was he, like 17 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17, try to like...
It was a 17-year-old girl and a...
17... It was a 17-year-old girl and her like 21-year-old boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And... Exactly. And some other dude where they tried to like set up like this whole operation to like expose him for like, grooming minors or whatever. And they basically set it up to where... Yeah, they basically set it up to where it like looked like he was like, "Oh, I love you, I would marry you."
Basically, he was just an editor.
Yeah,
he just edited videos, and he did, and the person
he was a cosplayer. It was a person.
The person did a really good edit for him.
Yeah,
and he was like
happy.
Yeah. He was,
he was all happy. He was like, "Oh, I'm so happy, I'd marry you, I'd kiss you, and stuff like that." Like a term of endearment. And then
he was like French or something.
Yeah, he was French.
I think it was French.
He was either French or Italian, one of those.
One of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, but he basically what happened was like she went like public with like the messages and stuff like that on from Discord, being like, "Oh, Inquisitor's a groomer. He likes minors and stuff like that." And it got to the point where like he just couldn't handle it anymore, and then he ended up taking his own life on
a live too.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is when people actually found out the truth, because remember, this is like the whole Call of Duty like cosplayer community, they were all like coming at him, and there was like this one specific person that really also pushed out the news. And when they found out the truth, they were talking about, was not aware of this and that, but I will not tolerate doxing, mean comments.
Though you literally did that to Inquisitor.
And literally, when you like,
man.
I saw some videos and they were like on our way to make sure Inquisitor gets like done in or something like that. I'm like, you know, like the penguins in Madagascar, like that one video where they're all like dancing, all 4 of them. Yeah. That's basically what they were doing. Yeah. And I'm like, y'all are sick.
Honestly, people who do this type of stuff, like, they shouldn't just be let off the hook. Kind of like that girl with the Josh Giddey thing. Like, they should be really just sued for defamation.
That's what I'm saying.
Because this is a serious thing. You're in the NBA. You know, this is millions of people.
Ruin that person's
career, life, like literally everything.
This is tainted to him till he dies. And people will not forget it because they're gonna keep saying, "Oh, you did it.
You're a groomer. You're a pedophile."
And all this stuff, you know, it's gonna be like that.
And especially when
you deserve to be hung from the gallows.
Like that.
Come on, dude.
And just advice for those people: just get some ID sometimes, though. Like, just to be sure, because you don't want to get involved with the wrong
when I was
person.
on like dating sites, bro. When I was like in like on Tinder, when I first went on Tinder, bro, the amount of like 15, 16-year-olds who had their age as 18, bro. I just left the app in general. I'm like, bro, you're not about to catch me, bro.
Because you know, it's so crazy how these things happen, and you really gotta feel for the person going through this defamation stuff like that. You know,
it really is sad because they just had like their whole life ruined. You know, it's like
and I think the one thing that people were surprised that the NBA did, which I also do kind of question, is that they let him still play despite the allegations.
Which,
you know,
yeah, I see how people can be like, "Hey, why are you doing that?" But at the same time, he didn't really do anything.
The thing is, because it was her, because he was unaware of her, like
really
real.
Don't ask a person
it would have been different. It would have been like would have definitely been like bad for him if he knew. And he still continued.
If he knew he still continued, then yes.
Yeah, that's where
that is a whole
different person
story.
for their ID in the nightclub.
No,
they didn't meet in the nightclub.
No, but she met him at a nightclub. But it looks like how it went down was more of like she tagged along with him or something like that into the nightclub, and then yada yada yada. He didn't know her age. Because remember, she lied to get in the nightclub where she met him. So, you know, when everyone's in a nightclub, they're automatically assumed 18 and up. Because that's the only type of people that can be in there. So her lying about her age and getting in there and meeting Giddey. And then,
she probably, like, you know, since she's 16, like, she probably already looks
18. She looks around that age where it's like, oh, well, you're that age, so I guess, hey, we can mess around because you're in the nightclub. You're like, okay, everyone in here should be 18 and above. So
you know, obviously, in this cute girl in the club, she gotta be of age.
She gotta be of age. Messes around, and then, you know, that's why I think what you said in the beginning.
I'm actually 16. You're going to jail.
You're going to jail, and that's why I'm like.
Really?
You just tried to set me up.
Come on, bro.
Like, come on now.
That's what I was saying. Like,
honestly,
exactly
they need to do what Justin Bieber did to that one person who like tried to like falsely accuse him. Like just sue them like $1 million, bro. No, that's what Justin Bieber did. Like with the person who like accused him of, you know,
defamation, basically.
No, not defamation, but like, you know, unconsensual acts. You know.
When was that?
I forgot.
I forgot. That, but like,
I forgot. But basically, he sued her for like $1 million, basically. So
it's like I don't even need the money. I'm just suing you just to sue you.
There another big defamation case, which I feel like this is the biggest one in the last decade.
Yeah.
Was Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yes.
Right. So I forgot how much did he sue her for?
I forgot.
It was like
it has been a couple $1 million. I know it wasn't a small sum of money. I'm sure.
About $50 million.
Okay.
50, yeah.
But he was awarded $10 million of the $50 million claim, approximately, and like $5 million due to punitive damages. Like, why are you gonna poop on the man's bed? What's wrong with you?
And she was actually one that abused him.
Yeah.
Yes, it was so clear.
And she still got into the Aquaman 2.
I think they even.
The movie was doo-doo.
Yeah, a lot of people boycotted that movie.
Like, you know, a movie is gonna be kind of bad or kind of trash when like you don't really see ads of it after it comes out.
But the thing is, the way that it worked out was more of like they still
the fact
that she got to be allowed to
like,
even be a part of this film.
Yeah.
Knowing that she's going through this case,
it's just
right?
crazy, bro.
It's so like.
The funny thing is about like what Landon just said. I actually had the opposite experience. Every time I see a movie that has like all these hype trailers for it, the movie ends up being trash.
Yes,
but every time, and then like whenever, like, because basically when they show you all of like that action in the movie, they're basically just showing you all they have,
the highlights.
Yes.
And then every time I see a movie that's like, it looks like it's gonna be a drag. It looks boring. It turns out to be one of the most phenomenal movies I've ever watched in my life.
Exactly, because they have better to show you inside of that movie.
Exactly.
So
like you're not supposed to.
That's why I'm glad there weren't so many like trailers for No Way Home, because obviously we got the official trailer, but that was basically it.
Even with Across the Spider-Verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
funny thing is, I only watched the first like teaser trailer for it, and then I watched the teaser and then I watched the official one, and then I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna watch the trailer because I want to like go into it without knowing anything, basically.
That was such a good movie.
Such a great movie, and I'm so hyped for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I don't care if I have to wait until 2030 to see it.
Genuinely, imagine they pulled an Incredibles.
Oh.
Hey, but Incredibles was kind of like it wasn't terrible for a movie that took that long, and
my problem with that is I didn't wait 15 years for them to just pick up to where they left off. I wanted a 15-year time skip, but no, they didn't do that. What did they do? They started out right where they left off in the movie, where they're fighting the mole dude, freaking Undertaker. What was his name? Freaking.
He's like, behold, the Underminer.
The Underminer.
I am always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me.
The Undertaker is the wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah, he was an Underminer.
I knew he was
that
the under
statement.
something.
That statement is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me. He was like, I declare war. I'm like, who are you? No one's ever heard him. So you just been underground for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you over here complaining. Just come above ground and socialize. What's wrong with you? Over here staying down there talking about I'm the Underminer.
Like, I'm sorry, but worst Pixar movie, in my opinion, worst Pixar movie ever. I'm sorry, worst Pixar movie ever.
My thing is, like, for the movie itself, it wasn't even like necessarily bad, but
it was so predictable too.
I
knew who the villain was the minute she showed up. Her name was literally Evil Evelyn.
Wait.
Yes, it was literally spelled as Evil and then Lynn. Evelyn.
Bro, you want to know what's funny? It was so blatant. It was like Cloudy with Meatballs 2 with Chester V. It was the same thing.
We all knew.
With Live Core, and then they would like flip the name. Evil. We're like, what? Bro, no. One of the funniest lines was when he was like talking with him about that USB thing, and that adult humor came in. He was like, but the USB didn't work, and he was like, a BS USB. I was like, yo, oh, that was beautiful. We totally like.
I mean, it's a podcast.
Yeah, we're bound to do
we don't
that.
need to point. We don't need to point out that we sidetrack. Every podcast does it.
Yes.
No, you're actually right. I've listened to a couple people.
Yeah. Like they'll be talking about, I don't know, fried chicken. All of a sudden, the Mona Lisa just gets brought up. I don't know what podcast.
Like you ever eat fried chicken in front of the Mona Lisa?
I'm sure someone has.
I think one person has. You ever see those people that do those painting stunts because they're trying to like protest and like glue their hand to the paint?
To be honest, just leave them there. Just leave them there. Just leave them there. Like,
I'm just like, what's wrong? There's so many better ways to get your point across.
No, my thing is they're always doing it because they're always doing it to the things that don't actually like affect the thing that they're fighting for. Like I remember it was like these people who are like anti-oil, which most people are anti-oil on the effects that it does on like the environment and stuff like that. Like everyone agrees oil is pretty bad for the planet. But
for the planet.
But they went to like this gaming like competition that they went like to this this esports competition that had nothing to do with like the oil stuff at all. and they just like it was like the finals too, and they just unplugged everything I don't know if they didn't they didn't unplug it. They took a bunch of spray paint and they spray painted like the screen, like the big screen that everyone was watching on. I'm like, bro, why?
You know, the funny thing, from NBA terms.
Listen, if you're going to protest, go to the people who are actually contributing to the thing that you're protesting against, not just innocent people trying to do their jobs and stuff.
See, the funny thing is, one thing I'll say, NBA-wise, since this is where we all started, I think it was the Enoch, was it the Grizzlies or it was a basketball team, and one of the owners had to kill a bunch of chickens because of a disease, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So he had to I think he did it by suffocation or something like that, right? To not have it spread.
Because it probably spread through blood or something.
Yeah, something like that. You know, you guys can also do the research on it.
Probably through body fluids. So that's probably why.
And he didn't want the other chickens also to get affected by it too.
Obviously, you have to isolate them.
Yeah.
Kind of like mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Something like that. But the thing is, he did it because, you know, obviously you don't want that thing to spread. So the people were like, he's a chicken murderer.
I'm like, or you can actually do your research and understand why
they should have let the chickens into the wild. I'm like, then they're gonna get
more harm to the wild chickens.
And so basically the protesters, one of them tried to not hang themselves, no, they tied themselves to the rim, to the rim, and then they had to drag her out of there. Another person tried to. This was the stupidest thing. The lady dressed as a You know the funny thing is, they're paying money to go to the same stadium. You are supplying him. You're not doing anything. They bought
It's like the people with the whole, I'm gonna bring it up. It's like the people with the whole Palestine-Israel conflict that's going on over there. Where people will go to Starbucks, order a whole order 8 drinks, and then they'll be like, psych, I'm not paying for all of that. Free Palestine, and then drive off. You're not doing anything.
You're not helping.
You're not doing anything. They're just gonna write that off as what's it called? Yeah, tax write-offs. And then they're just gonna, you're just making them richer.
Even though that hasn't the boycott,
and you're just inconveniencing,
other people,
the actual
workers who have even if they didn't support said cause. People need to do their jobs.
They need to get a better job. It's that simple.
Yes, it's that simple.
Freaking idiots.
So the thing is that this was their plan. It's so stupid. They bought expensive seats, mind you, too close to the floor. So obviously it's higher price. They were gonna film the girl dressed as a referee, jumping into the game and ejecting him. Do you know how dumb that sounds, mind you? Because the referees are going to look at other referees like, she's not one of us.
Yeah.
And you ejecting, how, you think he's just going to get up and walk away?
Right.
Oh, no, I'm ejected.
You're dumb.
So, basically.
You guys are idiots.
So, basically.
As much as I hate France, you guys need to be more like the French. Because they know how to protest.
Right.
Bro.
A system change.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So they jumped over, and then there was a guard who, funny story, he also used to sneak into games and stuff like that. And basically he learned and became a guard himself for the games and stuff like that. So he also learned from that. So he immediately tackled her. I think I showed you a video. If not, I'll show it. Yeah. He tackled her off the spot. Boom. She was done for.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah. And then they found the other lady that was recording, and they dragged them both out of there.
Good.
Because you're not getting your message across.
Them.
You're not getting. They were just banned from the place, though.
Arrest them.
It wasn't arrest. They were taken into custody.
We'll find them again and arrest them.
I'm like, you're not spreading your awareness.
You're dumb. You guys are
now
actually
that I've
stupid.
done the research about why he did what he did, y'all's cause don't make no sense.
Back in my day, back in the 1700s, we would just behead you if we didn't like what you were doing.
I love how you went that far back. How old really are you?
Oh, well, that's for another podcast episode. Back to the main thing.
Regardless, the DeAndre Lore. We should have a lore day. We just give people our backgrounds. And
know,
we
like-
have like some epic story.
like those like draw my life that used to be trending back
I
in the day.
remember those.
Yeah.
Yo, that was so long ago.
We
What
just
ever
do.
happened
We
to
just
that?
do.
They just stopped.
It just stopped because like it was just like okay, cool.
No.
And I think some like it's like we don't care about your life, bro. Play more video games.
Dang.
And also because that one dude who's like before they were famous, like that he kind of popped
that
off,
guy.
so he's kind of like the
The
this
draw
is what
my life.
yeah.
I wonder. I hope he's good. Low key. He did some.
No,
pretty cool
he's making bank, bro.
That's good on him though. Because you gotta find something that people aren't doing.
I literally subscribed to this guy Queso because he did a reaction to the guy doing this, and he was actually shocked because he's like, "How did you get this information? I've never met this person in
It's
my
like
life."
Nardwar.
Because he was like, "Nah, you had to have talked to my mom or something because she's the only one who has this information."
That is a good, yeah. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I see Nardwar be exposed.
And that's
to
the thing.
some-
I'm like, "How did you get his mom's number?"
He's like, I searched up your mom.
I searched your mama up on Facebook.
I feel like Nardwar does that before he goes and finds them. It's like, yo, but I guess the whole moral of this thing is, for one, don't lie about your age.
Ladies,
Let's not get people in trouble for no
people
reason.
date people of your age range, okay?
Please.
If it is not 18, don't. If it is
I
above,
was waiting for your rhyme.
I was gonna rhyme.
I was
but-
waiting for it.
If they are not 18, they should not be seen.
Yo!
Bars!
That
Yes,
bars!
yes. As Enoch
As
Enoch
the
has
legend
just
has
said.
once.
You know what I just realized? If you like, people could take that out of context and say, "Oh, they said 18." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get what you mean.
8.
If you are not 18,
If you're not 18,
you
There
shall not
you
be
you
go.
shall
seen.
not be seen.
You know what's so funny? I saw
Preach.
a Call of Duty
And if
thing.
you are 18 and above, you deserve my love.
Amen. Let's go. Straight bars.
You know what was funny? I saw this one Call of Duty thing because they were doing the opposite. So they were doing, if her age is off the clock, she's ready
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the person was just, and he put the little smiley face emoji in the thing, and people were like, hey, you saw, I was looking at the chat, and it's like,
That is
hey,
something
yo,
Alberto
hey,
would
yo, hey, yo. And people were like, hey, yo, what he just said? If her age is off the clock, that's crazy. So after 12.
Bro.
That is so bad, bro. Anyway, don't do that.
Yeah, but
If you don't want to,
you don't want to be in this situation, don't lie about your age. And fellas,
And follow this.
he's like,
and-
I know he don't do that. I do that.
and fellas, be
Be safe,
careful.
bro.
Be careful
Get some
because you know some people out there are really evil, bro.
Right.
Just get some ID and have them sign documentation.
Evil.
You know,
Get like a
at
legal
this point-
signature.
At this point, it should be legally required to at least have like your birth certificate or something. Like you have to walk around with it or something.
I feel like that would kind of be.
That's
I mean, you can
your-
easily. I mean,
That's your ID.
I mean, yeah, but
It's like
like,
you can't really change the thing of your ID because if you do, that's just straight illegal. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, people can forge, etc.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Right.
you know what? That's why we need to make time machines. As much as I hate time travel is such a stupid thing. But we should only legally allow it so we can go back in time and witness the birth.
Bro.
That way we're like, okay, 1999. Good, you get to go.
He's like, take me to this hospital, to this exact room where this woman is being born.
Imagine but a lot of
Imagine you meet the mom or the dad. It's like, yeah, at 2:47, your wife will her water will break. It's like,
that's crazy.
And then like she like it reaches that time. It's like, oh, my water broke. He's like, who is this man?
Bro, what about the people who don't give birth in the hospitals though? Because
Then
We just
go
find
to-
their
you
house.
just find their house.
Okay.
Or if they're in the wilderness, you just hunt them down.
That's always kind of surprising.
That's always weirding me out. I'm like, why in the woods, bro?
We want him to be close with nature.
Nature.
And I'm like,
I feel like with those type of
I don't
births-
even want to
No,
disrespect.
I feel like with those type of births, that person that when they try to do that person ends up being against the nature.
he's like, I want to stay in my room, mom.
I don't want to go outside. I'd rather be playing Minecraft with the boys.
But we birthed you in nature. I don't like nature, Mom.
I don't like nature, Mom. I like battle passes. Buy me another.
Get me another.
Fetch me another.
It's like Thor. It's another.
Another. Breaks the laptop.
Breaks the controller.
I kind of love that scene though.
That's a funny scene.
He was just drinking.
As boring as
another.
As boring as the
That
movie, as dragged out as the movie was.
I wouldn't say boring.
I'm not gonna say
dragged out is a good term.
Yes, because it took so long just to get to the actual action of the movie.
I was like,
we're just watching Chris Hemsworth be Chris Hemsworth.
Literally.
Like.
Anyway,
that's gonna be it. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of the Chill Army podcast, and if you guys want to help George treat his bronchitis, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe and sign up for our Patreon that doesn't exist. But
give us your money.
Does bronchitis also not exist? Because what?
But
I never know what's happening.
Don't worry, it's okay. We're like this all the time.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Y'all need to get some friends. Just be doing stuff.
Exactly.
Just have some fun, bro.
It's a fun time. It's a jolly good time.
I low-key miss Christmas.
Yeah, man. Best holiday.
Why did it go by so fast?
That's what I'm saying. It didn't even, dude. Like, that's why I keep saying this. It doesn't even feel like we went into a new year.
I don't think I'll recognize that till later this year.
Right.
Yeah. It'll be like before we go into.
I still keep thinking we're in 2023 for some reason, bro.
I think something's happening. The time going by like so fast.
It is. It is. But
yeah, that's that.
But yeah, so, and also if you guys want to like follow us on Instagram and stuff like that, be sure to follow us on there if you guys want to like stay connected with us or whatever. And we love you all, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Only good Chill Army.